Minecraft. We're here on Xbox Series X diving into the Wild update. So be sure to like the video, subscribing is great as well. We're going to be talking about the new features, but we're starting by taking a deep dive into the deep dark with this new dark area. So this is a fresh biome. There's also the Mangrove Swamp, and we'll kind of take a look at that a little bit later. But today we're sort of starting out by trying to go and see what this Warden thing is all about. So I've gotten some gear set up here, and there's already a ton of different enemies. And I've given myself some abilities that will hopefully help me deal with this thing. So this is like an ancient city sort of thing. You'll probably see, I guess you would say, what the biome is. That'll be on the screen. And we're just kind of looking for this Warden thing that is supposed to be out and about here. So the Warden is based on sound and is a very tough character that apparently you can't really care to or kill. He's got like a ton of health and you're supposed to like use lava and stuff to deal with it or to sneak around it. Huh. It kind of looks as though my torches don't really help a lot against this thing. Oh, it's just a spider. for a second there, I thought the Warden thing was around. But anyways, you're supposed to be smart about what you're doing and exploring this area. So there are quite a few things here. We talked about the deep dark, the Mangrove Swamp. The things we just set off, those are shriekers. So if you trigger it, it's going to be whispers of darkness. And there's other things like skulk blocks. There's some rarity things that you only see in this particular area. So there's a skulk sensor, disc fragment that I found in this place, enchanted book. It's got some cool stuff. And you just kind of notice that, like, again, it's got this sort of indicator thing that, like, calls the darkness. And it's very, very interesting from that perspective because it kind of emits this sort of terrifying, dark feeling that's going on here, where you've got to be careful because something is a-coming in the darkness. Hopefully, something is coming in the darkness. Otherwise, I'm just going to be wandering around here fighting skeletons and stuff, which is a little less interesting for me. Where did you go, skeleton? Huh. But I do have a lot of equipment and everything ready for that. There's also some other new things which we'll show later. Like I mentioned, the Mangrove Swamp is a new place where they got like mud bricks and regular mud that you can use. And there's frogs and tadpoles. Like frogs and tadpoles are one kind of thing. And then there is also on top of that the whole Allay thing, which is supposed to be your ally in the darkness, which is kind of cool. So your ally. That would actually be a pretty good creature to kind of bring along on this sort of mission thing. See, that one's still shrieking away. That is deeply unsettling, actually, in all honesty. I could see how this, like, intermittent darkness would make it so that you would, like, maybe fall off a ledge or something. And then I guess there's, like, boat with a chest, which is kind of new. To be honest, it's sort of like a smaller kind of update, if that makes sense. Like, there's improvements and new stuff, but it's like, it feels pretty safe in regards to really changing things, if that makes sense. I'm looking to stalk down this thing that's supposed to be stalking me. I don't know where this thing is. Like, the Warden is probably somewhere around here. I'm sure if we just, like, activate things and mess around eventually, this thing will come up. This is, like, a really eerie place. You know what I mean? Like, it's got such a creepy vibe to it. Oh, name tags, echo shards, the candles. So the candles are kind of cool. You saw those at the start there. At the beginning, there was the candles. So, I mean, there's definitely new stuff going on here. I am just kind of creeped out about this whole situation. And I'm trying to, like, I don't know if trigger it is the right word, but I am trying to be curious of where this thing is, because I'd like to fight it. A little underwhelming, though. I mean, like, I fought like a bazillion of these things. What I'm looking for is the Warden. I guess I'm gonna have to trigger it and then have it come here. And there's different biomes that all meld together on stuff too. So if you wanted to try to impale the Warden or use lava is apparently a very good way to deal with things. Enjoy the poison creeper. Okay, let's seem to be the case. Oh, the glow squids. Wow, not a good spot for the glow squids to be, but they look fantastic. I should have bought the glow squid plushie. I was like, oh, I don't know if I need the glow squid plushie. It was kind of a little expensive, but you know, it made like gushing sounds, and I thought it would be there next time I went. I should have just bought it. Honestly, should have just bought it. But oh, whoa, okay. That would be the Warden. Oh! Holy, okay. I did not think that through fully. I Cobweb myself. That was so dumb. Is that actually holding that thing, or? This is so stupid. Oh, the zombies. Oh, I'm so sick of the zombies in here. You can't even, like, really evade the sonic shock too much. Is the strategy of the cobwebs actually that good, though? What am I getting hit by? A little mini zombie right now? Are you kidding me right now? A little mini zombie in the zombie villager? Like, I can't even fight this thing, because I just keep getting killed by all these secondary mobs. I feel like I'm using the apples too much, but... Did these zombies leave me alone? Yeah, I think this might be the way to go here. I just wish there was something that was, like, impervious block-wise to it. It just seems to, like, literally shoot, like, through anything block-wise. It just seems to, like, pierce right through that stuff. Toughest fight of the Minecraft career. This makes the the wither thing look like an easy, casual experience, that's for sure. I don't even think I could get close enough to actually stab it either. Whoa, Warden. You are causing some problems for both of us right now. I mean, eventually it should die, I think. Okay, I think my heart's running out here. Every time you get a little bit close, it's like, oh no. But this thing will get up and it will just slap you away. But I think the cobweb strategy is actually genius. Now, is this thing actually worth fighting is the biggest question. Is like, what do you get out of fighting this thing like this, right? Like, when it takes this much damage, you're better off just, like, walking away from it. Is it actually dead? Should die. Just like takes a break. Alrighty, so we're going for the splash potion combo with the... I'm hoping the invisibility and the splash potion of healing will allow me maybe get a bit of a lava drop on this thing. I think it knows where I am still. I mean, I am literally, like, pretty visible. Are you kidding me, zombies? Ugh. Is it because I'm giant floating armor? Is that the issue? Yeah, they definitely, he knows where I'm at. I was kind of hoping maybe, like, literally any of the lava would, like, do damage on this guy. But that is literally not the case. If anything, it actually makes it harder for me to hit this thing. Can we get him now? Is he stuck in the spot? Like, I tried the cobwebs, and he kind of, like, vanishes and respawns, which is so weird. But I'm hoping, maybe now that I've got him a little bit pinned here, that this can be what we need to take this guy out. I have been fighting this thing for so long, it feels like it's almost invincible. Are you going to die, Mr. Warden? It's dead. It's dead. And then it comes back. What? Splash potion of healing. And now we enter the more relaxing part of Minecraft, taking a look at the brand new, well, type of biome that's present with the Mangrove Swamp. So this is kind of a swamp with trees that kind of almost feel a bit, I guess you would say, willow-like in nature. So let's drop down here and take a look at these things. And yes, they would be way cooler if there were fireflies. So this is the new block, the mangrove roots that we have here. So you can make a muddy mangrove roots rock. So we just kind of break this down right here. You can see that we've got muddy mangrove roots that we can make. So that's the mud. You can collect the mud and then you can build stuff with the mud. And we've crafted this kind of block out of the two of them. Might make a pretty nice starter house, some would say. And then if you break a little bit further, we do get a special new type of wood that can be enjoyed. So this is the mangrove log you're seeing here in my hands, the mangrove log. So we can turn that into a bit of a reddish type of wood, I guess you would call it. Maybe like a little bit of purple infused. It's very reddish like wood. Actually, I quite like the texturing there. So you get the roots, and then you get the dirt, and you can kind of pack the dirt with wheat. So we gotta go to creative with that one. So I think it's wheat. Yeah, not terracotta. And we probably will need also to have a crafting table set up too, right? So then we put the crafting table down. And you'll see that we have netherite scraps. That's funny. Let's put the wheat and the mud, and that will give us a packed mud block. So that's packed mud. We just showed off how to build that, obviously, there by having the wheat and the mud. So that's like a packed block, something a little bit interesting. And there's also like a brick you can make too. Brick. So this is the mud brick, the mud brick slab, and the mud bricks, and there's the regular bricks, but this is the mud bricks you can make. Just so you can see the different brick design. It's a little bit of a different aesthetic that you can produce here with the new bricks, and again, out of the mud and the new wood type. It's a very awkward looking sort of area, I would say. It looks kind of more deathly than muddy, I would kind of go over. And then we're also supposed to have the new critters as part of this. So we're going to be showing that off a little bit. Oh, the wheat. That's funny. We'll put those in there for now. So the first one we want to show off is the Allay. So we got the Allay. And then we've got the frog. The frog. Frog spawn. Froglights, which are pretty cool. And there's also going to be... Sorry, just having a little bit of a hard time getting to this. There's also going to be the new boat, which we should show off. That'll work with me here so that I can show this off. So then we got the new boat with chests. So you can see you can store stuff on your chest on your boat. And then we've got the different frog lights. Very, very nice looking colors at night. Very, very beautiful. I guess we could kind of put one in the water and kind of show how that looks a little bit. Again, better kind of things at night when you see them lit up a bit more, right? And then we've got the frog spawn, and so you get like tadpoles out of this stuff, right? And then you got your frogs, and they go ribbit, and they kind of do their frog things. And then we got our allays. So your allays are kind of dealing with the darkness, which is a sort of a cool little thing. Like they're friendly little critters, and it's now more nighttime, so you can see the glow of the lights a little bit better. I think they look quite nice. So the allays, you basically give it like an item, and then it should follow you about, is sort of like the way you would tame an allay. So I would be like, hey, here's a block, and then it should kind of chill around you and illuminate things, which is kind of cool. So I don't know if we'll go back into our little pit if they'll come. Here we go. See, then they'll follow you around and stuff, which is pretty cool. Coming down into the darkness. Very slowly, taking its time. It's not in a rush. Not in a rush. Okay, well, that's that thing. So the allays, you give an item, and they're cool. They come around you, they follow you. And then for our frog friends, we are going to need a slime ball. So with the slime balls, the frogs will start following you, and you can leash them too if you'd like to. You can leash the frogs, which is kind of great, and then you can mate the frogs with the slime balls, and you get you'll get that is kind of adorable. Yeah, then the frogs go around, and eventually you'll get they'll go and they'll do the tadpoles, like right there, and that's how you get the offspring. So it's kind of like a taming, but you know, that's kind of as taming as it gets when it comes to the frogs. And that's how you get the little tadpoles, and then eventually you get the offspring little tadpoles come out, and they become the big frogs, and they grow, and it's cool. I mean, that's the circle of life. I hope you found this helpful in your quest to doing the different Minecraft stuff. What? Oh, there's a... I was wondering why the hearts were coming through, and I'm like, oh, it's a frog on a boat. Yeah, frog on a boat. Unbelievable. And they're all following me.